We all love Crash, and everyone has a favorite game they think is the best. But when you bring up Crash, the Wrath of Cortex, and Crash Twinsanity in the same sentence, that's when the debates begin. Some people say Wrath of Cortex is the true successor to the classic trilogy, while others see Twinsanity as a wild, unique experience, like nothing else in the series. So I made a comparison between them: the gameplay, level design, graphic, and overall creativity. No bias, no nostalgia. Now let's get started. First, gameplay. Let's start with Crash: The Wrath of Cortex, which used to be considered Crash Bandicoot 4 before the actual Crash Bandicoot 4 was released. The game offers a very familiar experience for fans of the original trilogy. Linear levels where you move from the starting point to the end, jumping, spinning, smashing, and collecting Wumpa fruit. There's not much freedom, no open world, just the traditional gameplay we've known since the PlayStation 1, but with slightly improved graphics. However, the problem is that the gameplay in Wrath of Cortex feels resistant to change. It's the same formula we've known, but slower, heavier. It's as if the developers decided to cling to the past, but forgot to make it as smooth and fun as it used to be. Crash's movement, which was always light and fast, became strangely sluggish. Especially in the stages where he controls a vehicle or is inside a ball, you lose the sense of precise control that always defined the series. In the end, the gameplay in the Wrath of Cortex isn't entirely bad, but it is slow and heavy. Gameplay in Crash Twinsanity. Crash Twinsanity marked a completely new kind of adventure for Crash. One that broke away from the classic gameplay style of the original trilogy and even from Wrath of Cortex. Instead of locked, linear levels, the game introduced open-world interconnected environments that allowed for freer exploration and backtracking, something rarely seen in Crash Bandicoot games. What made the experience great was the playable characters: Crash, Cortex, and Nina. Switching between them isn't just a simple change, it's a feature that adds variety and creativity to the gameplay. I think the idea of Crash and Cortex teaming up and being playable together was the most bizarre and amazing thing in the game. In this part, Crash Twinsanity is better. It gave a more fun way to play, added a new and fresh feeling to the game, and made every moment feel like a fun surprise. Second, the levels. One of the best things about Crash: The Wrath of Cortex is the variety and design of the levels. The game added a new feel to the classic adventure style. Each level has its own way of playing, which makes the experience different every time. The levels are creative and fun, and each one brings a new idea, so the game never feels boring or repetitive. Also, there is a clear increase in difficulty. At the beginning, the levels are simple but not easy. They make you a pro from the start. The game becomes harder and more challenging. This makes each level feel more exciting and rewarding. Some levels need focus and good timing, which makes the game more fun for players who enjoy a great challenge. We also can't forget the special levels where you control things like a vehicle, a ball, a car, or even a plane. These levels added a nice change in gameplay. Also, Crash gets new powers as you progress in the game. These features were fun and gave the game something fresh and exciting each time you play. Most levels are great, except the levels in Crash Twinsanity aren't really levels. They're more like a map, and this map is divided into environments, and these environments are split into sections that you can consider as levels. Every level in this game feels like a game of its own. It literally keeps throwing new ideas at you. Nothing is predictable in this game. The way the player interacts with each environment is different from one place to another. Even though you play as Crash most of the time, it never gets boring, because the game's progression is amazing. What's strange is that there isn't a single environment that feels better than the others. Each one has its own unique features. The music has a huge impact on the gameplay. Each track puts you in a different mood. And honestly, I consider the Crash Twinsanity soundtrack to be the best of any Crash Bandicoot game. When it comes to level design, Crash Twinsanity beats the Wrath of Cortex. But what's holding me back is the challenges in the Wrath of Cortex, like time trials, breaking all the boxes, or collecting the gems. So in this aspect, I think they're equal. Without a doubt, when it comes to story and graphics, Crash Twinsanity is better than the Wrath of Cortex. Twinsanity has a fun and crazy story with lots of jokes and funny moments. It shows Crash and Cortex working together in a silly and strange way, which makes the game more interesting. The Wrath of Cortex has a simple story and doesn't feel very exciting. The graphics in Twinsanity are also more colorful and full of life. The game has great style, and this makes playing it more enjoyable. As for Crash the Wrath of Cortex, the graphics look nice overall, but the face details are bad. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Write your thoughts in the comments and tell us which game you think is the best. See you next time.